Hello guys, welcome to SS Multimedia. This is Sergeant Kokunda, and today our topic is problem solving multiple step problems. This is the hidden question edition version, so there are different ones, and you will understand what I mean by hidden question right after we get started with the lesson. So first off, our objective today will be understanding how to find a hidden question in a word problem, and using that I mean hidden question in it. So we're going to be using the hidden question to find the answer to the problem. So the main things in our objective is find the hidden question in a word problem and using that to find the answer to the problem. It's pretty much most of the objective. So let's get started. So I'm going to start off with the problem so you can see how I do it. So let's do it. So right here we have the problem. This is our first one. So it says that Matthew was given 1 hour, 60 minutes of free time. So he spent 3/5 of the hour biking and the rest of it watching TV. How much time was he watching TV? That's our main question. How much time was he watching TV? So let's underline our information. So first off, we have 1 hour, 60 minutes. That's how much free time he had. So it's already highlighted. We don't need to do anything about that. Next we have he spends 3/5 of the hour biking. 3/5 of the hour biking. And then the rest of it watching TV. So how much time was he watching TV? So we will use the 3/5 of the hour biking to find how much time he was watching TV. So what is our hidden question? To do that, well, we need to get started with the problem. So let's get started. So we don't know how much fraction of the hour, what fraction of the hour he was watching TV. So that's why we need to use 3/5 because he was biking at that time. So let's do 3/5 times 60. Why are we doing 3/5 times 60? Well, we're doing 3/5 times 60 because we need to find how many hours he was biking to find out how much time he was watching TV. So that means we have found our hidden question. Our hidden question is how much time was he biking? So that's what we're going to write down. So hidden question. Okay, so let's write down our hidden question here. How much time, sorry about that, was he biking? Now this is really important. Whenever we have a problem like this, we have to find the hidden question. If we don't find the hidden question, then we won't be able to answer the problem. Okay, so now we're going to find the answer to 3/5 times 60. So what we will do is we'll just make 60 a fraction too. So 60 is going to be the numerator and then 1 is going to be the denominator. So simply all we're doing, first off, we need to do 3 times 60. So 3 times 60, all we need to do is 3 times 6. 3 times 6 is 18. So we add a 0 and it becomes 180. Then we have 5 times 1, which is 5. So our denominator is 5. So now we need to reduce because this obviously can be reduced. So I'm going to use 5 because both of them can be reduced by 5. Both of them are multiples of 5. 180 divided by 5. So that's our first one. 180 divided by 5 equals 36. So our numerator is going to be 36. And then 5 divided by 5 equals 1. So what that means is our answer is just going to be 36, because 36 over 1 equals 36. But that's not our final answer though, because what we need to find is how much time was he watching TV. This is how much time he was biking. So let's find out how much time he was watching TV. So all we're going to do is 60 minus 36. Why? Because an hour has 60 minutes, and then 36 is the amount of time he was biking. And then the rest of it, he was watching TV, so we subtract. So let's set it up. I'm going to set it up right here. So 60 minus 36. So we can't do 0 minus 6, so we send 1 there. So the 0 becomes 10, the 6 becomes 5. 10 minus 6 equals 4, 5 minus 3 equals 2, and then our answer is 24. That means Matthew spent 24 minutes watching TV. So we can write that down. Matthew was watching TV for 24. I'm going to erase this part because I need space to write down the answer. For 24 minutes. So that's our answer. There we go. Okay, guys, so now I want you guys to pause the video and try this problem out yourself. Good luck. Okay, assuming you tried it out, let's find the answer together now. So, first off, let's read the question. So, a trail is 4 miles long. John runs 5/8 of it with his friends, and the rest of it himself. How many miles did he run by himself? So we're trying to figure out how many he ran by himself. So let's highlight or underline or write down whatever you prefer, the important point of the question. So let's do that. So first we have a trail is 4 miles long. That's important. We need that. And then John runs 5/8 of it with his friends and the rest of it himself. So that's our important details that we need. So now we will use those details here to find our answer. So first off, what we'll do is, because we don't have a fraction for how much he ran by himself, we will need to figure out how much he ran with his friends. So that means our hidden question, I'm going to write that down here. Hidden question. So that our hidden question, I'm going to write that down here. You also need to write this down. This is really important. So our hidden question is going to be, how many miles did John run with his friends? Okay, so now that we have that written down, let's find it out. So first off, to find how much he ran with his friends, we need to multiply 4 times 5/8. So we're going to do 4 times 5/8. Why are we doing this? Well, that's because we need to figure out how many he ran with his friends. This is how we do it. So first off, we turn 4 into 4/1, so we have a fraction on both sides. Now we just multiply 4 times either, so 4 times 5 is 20, and then 8 times 1 is 8. So if you did, you can cross multiply if you want to, but I like doing it this way and then reducing it. It just seems a bit easier and less complicated. So now we can divide this, both of them, by 4. So and then we'll get 20 divided by 4 is 5, and then 8 divided by 4 is 2. So we get 5/2. So we know that he ran 5/2 miles with his friends. So we can turn this into an improper fraction. Improper fraction, there we go. That's the word. So how do you do that? Well, you need to, first of all, you need to divide 5 divided by 2. You need to do 5 divided by 2 for that. So to use the space. So we're going to do 5 divided by 2. It's not really important to set this up, but I guess it's just a bit easier. So 2 times 2 is 4, and then you get a remainder of 1. So that means, so our whole number is going to be here, 2, and then our denominator stays the same, 2, and our numerator is going to be 1. So if you want, you can do it in a different color. I'm going to change a color just so it stands out. So there we go. That's our answer. 2, 1.5. That's our answer for this part of the question. How many miles did John run with his friends? Now, our main question is how many miles did he run by himself? So, what we will do is we will do 4 minus 2.5. So, there's a couple of ways you can do this. So either you can compensate, or either you can just directly subtract. So I'm going to show you what I mean in a second. So what I mean by compensate is we can just subtract it like this. So what we can do is first we can do 4 minus 2, and then we will get 2. And then we can subtract 1/2. 2 minus half equals 1.5. So that means our answer is 1.5. That's our final answer. So this is just one way of doing it. I'm going to use a different color. There we go. And then, or instead of doing that, what you can do is you can do this. Let me show you. So I'm going to use a different color for this so you don't get confused. I'm going to do it right here. So what you can do is you can just do 4/1 minus 5/2. So because 5/2 is an improper fraction, there we go. That's why we can do that. So we need to find the answer. So first off, we need to find the common denominator. Obviously, the least common denominator would be 2, because 1 times 2 is 2, and then 2 times 1 is 2. So obviously, we need a lot more space for this, so let's go here. So we have a lot more space here, so we can subtract it here. So first off, our denominators, common denominators, are going to be 2. And then the numerator for this one will be the same, because we're not changing the denominator here, so the numerator stays the same too. So now, here, how did we get from 1, 1 to 2? We did 1 times 2. So we'll do the same thing with 4. 4 times 2 is 8. So that's our numerator there. So we got 8 over 2 minus 5 over 2. So now we can subtract. 8 minus 5 is 3. And then 2 minus 2. Well, we don't subtract the denominator, so the denominator stays the same. So we get 3 over 2. So, obviously, we need to change this into a mixed number because we cannot have an improper fraction as our answer. So, how do you do that? Well, you just divide. 2, and then 3 there. So 2 times 1 is 2. Subtract, get a remainder of 1. So, that means our whole number is going to be 1, our numerator is going to be 1, and our denominator stays the same, 2. So we got 1.5. So let's check, did we get the same answer both times? Here we got 1.5, and when we go back here, we got 1.5. So our answer is that John, I'm going to write that down here. So John ran 1.5 miles by himself. So 1.5 miles by himself. So is that what you got? If you did, well, great job. If you didn't, it's okay. Just keep practicing, and at some point, you will perfect these problems. So thank you so much for watching this video. Bye. If this video helped you out, please like, share, and subscribe to our channel. And hit the notification bell for more updates on our videos.